Hi. Welcome back. Chris and Ed here.
Hey.
And we are here to do another delicious week of virtual wine tasting with you as we continue to offer this. We are seeing a bit more people come back to the actual tastings. We had several people come in who had their vaccinations and confidently
Been a big uptick in that.
just shredded right in here and enjoyed their wine and had a
Like
good
they
time.
own the place.
Like they own the place, yeah. But that's a hopeful sign for a lot of people I know that were a little too anxious. But we know there's still a lot of people out there not ready to get back out, and so we're going to keep tasting. We'll probably do it anyway, even if nobody's watching.
Well, I don't see why we wouldn't.
Yeah. What else you got to do?
I mean,
But we do appreciate all of you out there that are doing the tasting, picking up your wines on Thursday so that we can taste along. We are filming this the day before so that we can do it live in person while you're tasting it and watching us on videos simultaneously. Actually, no, I guess you could watch this anytime you want.
yeah, anytime. Yeah,
So if you want to watch it on a Sunday afternoon, do that.
you could watch it twice.
Yeah.
Drink half and half, and then watch it again and drink the other half.
Well, I think I saw that you had about 80 views last week, Chef, and I'm thinking, how many times can Chris watch this video?
Well, my wife watches the other half. Yeah.
40 and 40?
40-40.
Yeah.
40-40 split.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're excited about, obviously, people feeling more confident going out, and we also are more hopeful that the economy gets a stirring again.
It's on the way up. You know, a lot of good signs out there, with the exception of gas prices. You know, the economy's adding a lot of jobs. There seems to be a lightness in the air about things.
Yeah.
North Carolina yesterday passed 1.2. Thank you, 1.2 million people fully vaccinated, and
That's more than a tenth of our population.
yeah, and it's Greensboro site open today. They're doing 3,000 people a day. So
It's busy stuff.
it's out there. It's out there if you want it.
Yep. So go get your vaccine and come see us in person,
Absolutely.
or go get your vaccine and stay at home.
Stay at home.
Either way. Yeah,
I didn't like people that much before this. So
Now, you've had a vaccination,
I
right?
have. Yeah. Got my last one coming up here in about 10 days. I think. Megan gets vaccinated tomorrow, which is great. Tamisa gets her second one next week. So yeah, our family can't wait to hug my parents. Haven't hugged them in over a year. They're
great.
fully vaccinated, and I miss my family, and I miss. Of course, we're kind of homebodies anyway, but it'd be nice. You know, we gotta get Megan out and about.
Oh, yeah.
You know, she's going crazy, and we miss doing stuff, and so we're excited about it. So
It must be hard living with you. I think most
couldn't
people would
imagine.
go crazy.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
Most of the people that live there can't leave. So, I mean, there's that.
There's that. Yeah.
There's that. You know, I mean, the dogs, they can't run away. The kids can't run away. Megan can't get away. And, I think just Tamisa would miss everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I mean, they'd leave if they could.
Good point, Chevy. Well, we are going to taste through some wines, and we're going to talk about some food and some things we got coming up. But first, I think I really need a drink, Chef. So
I
I
couldn't
need
get
to
here fast enough.
need to get right on this. So this is from Argentina. This is
That thing full. I'm kind of thirsty today.
Yeah, it's very full. This is a very interesting offering, unique, I would say. It is done in the Amarone style. If you don't know the Amarone style, they dry the grapes after they pick them. They don't go straight to juicing them. And this is called Millamore. I guess that means 1,000,000 loves or 1,000 loves. I'm not sure exactly.
I think it's 16, but
Right.
more than one.
Well, anyway, so this is if you were in the Amarone region, you would be using the Corvina grape. But here, because it's Argentina, it would only make sense that they would be using some Malbec. They're also using some Cab, some Bernardo, and some Cab Franc.
Love that Bernardo.
Yeah, so it's a juicy, ripe wine, and it has other elements in it because of the drying process. So this gives you that extra depth of character, which you wouldn't always get from a very fresh, fruity, straightforward wine. So excellent.
It's the beef jerky of wine.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. It concentrates the flavors. Also, it lowers the yields. So these wines are expensive to make. So whenever someone ventures out and tries that, I always try to support them. These are the kind of wines I like to seek out and try. And I was not disappointed at all by this. And what was your initial?
Leathery, strappy, blue fruit, a little licorice, not a lot, but it's delicious. Boy, this is a full-bodied wine.
It really, really is. I think this is going to be one of those crowd pleasers. Now we like to. I guess we've been dabbling a lot in Argentina lately.
We have, and for good reason,
And
really. I don't think we should apologize.
Yeah, there's been a lot of offerings outside of our traditional Malbec that we've been getting. The Bordeaux varietals. Obviously, we've been getting some higher end Chardonnays from down there, and now we have that beautiful Blanc de Blanc, which was really a big hit here. And so now we've got Amarone style wines. This is a region that has proven itself to give you great value, but now you see it's getting more and more experimental and high quality, in my opinion. And there's a lot to like about Argentina.
Well, they're really getting their sea legs under them and stretching out. I mean, they are spreading their wings and showing what they're capable of. Of course, you have top-tier winemakers from all around the world have been collaborating and working in Argentina, other than their normal gigs. So you've really got a huge influx of intellectual capital pouring into Argentina because of all the wonderful things that the area offers. And it excites the top winemakers, and they're really excited to go down there and teach and learn and try these things, and we are the beneficiaries of that. Well, what fun.
And you're getting all these great wines at under $25, which is just phenomenal. The acidity here is lovely, isn't it?
It sure is. It's so balanced.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times when you get these silky, soft wines, they kind of lack that little bit of backbone. This is certainly not lacking it.
Funny how the brightness is coming out more as it rests. Normally it's really bright in the
Seems
beginning
like
and the opposite, but
This
is really changing in the glass a lot. I mean, it's showing a lot of different sides to it.
Yeah, I feel like it's not typically what I say about Argentinian wines, but I get a lot of minerality on this nose, and I think it translates on the palate, and that it almost kind of tricks my brain a little bit. Although it is certainly South American in style because it is such a juicy wine, but there is some beautiful, dusty, subtle tannins, and there's some minerality in there that I really, really like. Some chalkiness on the nose.
Yes, yes, chalkiness. Yep. It's almost like the African coffees.
Right.
So it's not cocoa, but I'm getting that coffee, but it's like the African varieties are very bright and citrusy or acidic to me.
Yeah. I agree.
And not like the South American.
And
ones.
almost a floral.
Yes, absolutely, and it's reminding me a lot of that. Really, really beautiful wine.
This is really getting more complex as you sit here, which is a great sign. Another high quality wine from Renacer. They have price ranges all over the map, but this a really exciting wine. Again, dried grapes, expensive process, delicious results.
Very delicious. I mean, surprising results. The Italian Amarones, and it's certainly not true of all of them, but to me, because of the intenseness of the dried grapes, they tend to be, I don't want to say one-dimensional, but they don't, it's so pronounced, that dried grape, that fig, and, kind of, but
not a lot of nuance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, no, that's not true of the higher ends.
Yeah.
But just your
right.
middle of the road, mid-20s Amarone is going to be not as complex as this.
Sure.
In my opinion, you know.
Yeah, I like this also because it is, even though it is dried, there's some intense flavor though. It still is not a heavy
Ooh.
wine. So
No, it isn't.
I think that you'll find that this wouldn't be too much for that kind of beginner to reds. I don't think it'd be too over the top for them.
I think the acid helps with that because it brightens it up.
Yeah.
I agree, and it's not. Yeah, and I don't know what you're getting on this, but the blue fruit on this to me is keeping it approachable. You know, I'm getting blueberry and boysenberry and that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Not the heavy, overwhelming red fruit. So, you know, to me that keeps it a little lighter.
Yeah.
This
And you
one-
can thank the Malbec for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So beautiful wine, lots to talk about. You know, whenever you can tell when a wine is interesting when you have long conversations about it.
Multiple
That's-
angles, and
Yeah.
and of course changing in the glass.
Right, absolutely. So, what do you think you're going to throw at this food wise?
Well, you know, I've got two things lined up for today, and after tasting this, I'm really so I'm going to do a switcheroo.
Okay,
And I'm going to do it before tasting this, so I reserve the right to switcheroo again.
you sure do. You're the chef.
So we're going to put the brisket with this.
All
And
right.
we got some beautiful Brasstown brisket that's going in the oven tonight. Of course, I do 15, 16
I
hours.
was
on
wondering
it.
why. Yeah, because I was like, "Hey, chef, you want me to turn this oven off before we go upstairs?" He's like, "No, we need to leave it on."
So, and I usually go at least 15 hours on the brisket. I do a dry rub. And I've made a little poblano sauce to go with it, and
Nice.
I think it'd be very South American too. I mean, that's
Oh yeah,
you know.
oh yeah.
So
Almost.
I was gonna do something else with it, but I think it's gonna work. I really like the profile of this. I think it's gonna work with that. And again, after we drink the Merlot, maybe that'll change. But I could see us putting away some brisket in this wine pretty
Oh
easily.
yes. If we can make that happen tomorrow, that'd be great.
So that's what we're gonna do.
And also, we are going to have a wine that is also plush and delicious right behind it. So, different flavor profile, but certainly silky, soft, yet full of flavor. And that is Textbook. This is from the Pace family of Napa. And excellent high quality Cab, Merlot, Chardonnay. They do your typical Napa stuff, and they really deliver that California style. You know, the big plush. I call them Cadillac bench seats. You know, I think about
Nice.
those.
That's great.
Those real.
That's
Those
great.
really cushy bench seats in old Cadillacs, or you could just, yeah, and that's the ride on these pallets. I think the pallets of these wines. So
That's awesome.
I'm coming back to you, honey. Don't worry, because that was absolutely delicious. And
Yeah, I
it's,
can't
like you
wait to
said,
see how that changes with a little air too.
Right? Yeah. We're just getting started on that
We'll
bottle.
circle back around to you soon.
So again, we're gonna have a like I said. This is from Textbook, or their Textbook Vineyards, and they're outside of Oakville, Napa area. And like I said, they do things that are just very typically California. But I feel like, again, we're at an under $25 price point, and they drink well
Napa
above
Merlot.
that. Yeah. And I don't know how well it translates on our little iPad, but that is a beautiful, rich color for a Merlot. It's absolutely exciting to me to see a Merlot of that color. And ooh, yes.
That is the quintessential Textbook
Yeah.
Napa Merlot.
Well,
I mean, if you
I
were
can
going
tell you
to
what.
like say, I want to try the quintessential Napa Merlot,
Now-
and you'd be like, here you
Yeah,
go.
and somebody that ever since that movie Sideways Bash Merlot, well, what are they talking about?
They,
Because
well, I
this
mean, it
is
was
beautiful.
just a clown movie.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know why it got so much traction.
Yeah.
They had some funny parts
Yeah.
in it, and everybody loves Pino. But I mean, it was a clown movie, and
Yeah,
it got way too much recognition.
It's
It-
like did people change their diets when Jerry Lewis did stuff in his movies?
I mean,
if you want to go back,
for real.
I mean, so.
No.
But anyway, hey, that's all right because that means
To
we
each his
get
own. Yeah, I mean,
we get killer Merlots well below their price because it's not necessarily the clicky grape, and there's plenty of great Merlots. We just don't hear about them as much, or not even people don't even promote them, and I'm not afraid to promote them. I don't care if it's a good
it was
wine. I wanna
always
talk
your
about it.
favorite varietal
Yeah.
coming up.
It was,
It was
yeah.
always your favorite. And I always got you Merlots for birthdays
Uh-huh.
and Christmases.
Yep.
I mean, just coming up.
Yep.
That was the grape, and of course, it's such a huge part of Bordeaux.
Oh
and,
yeah.
and you know the people
That right bank.
out of the same mouths of the folks, you know, dissing Merlot are the same people laying down hundreds of dollars for Bordeaux. Going,
Sure.
I'm like, well, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't even. Anyway,
Yeah.
whatevs.
Well,
Everybody's their own.
that's true.
I'm
But
stupid too.
I tell you what, this wine's stupid good.
God, it is.
And boy, the perfect dry. Those tannins are so fine. They're sneaky,
They're sneaky.
and but they arrive in such a way that they're not competing with the fruit at all.
This is a fruit wine.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
absolutely a fruit
and
wine.
The
It's
tannins
got-
are just giving it that platform.
Right.
It's a vehicle.
yeah, yeah.
But
Just dry enough to where you want to keep reaching back for it. Little vanilla here, little
Yeah.
baking spice, but primarily fruit.
and it's all baking spice. You know, I'm getting the almost a cinnamon stick, certainly vanilla. You know, certainly some star anise,
I got a little nutmeg too.
nutmeg. Absolutely, I was thinking
It's almost like it's been
nutmeg
it's
more than
ground.
cinnamon. Yeah, because it's
like
ground,
it's
roasted ground.
Yeah,
nutmeg.
it's
yeah.
almost like it was a spice mixture.
Like
And-
if you're doing a mulled tea, or like a lot of fruit, where you're cooking fruit to make
Right.
a winter style dessert.
yeah, like if you're gonna
Pears
season
and
up
apples.
some pears or maybe some cranberry relish or
Oh,
something like
yeah.
those are the
Yeah,
kind of
absolutely.
spices.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
a Russian tea.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can see here we go rambling on about things you can taste in here. That's usually a good sign, and great finish here as well.
Long
still-
finish. And then normally when a fruit forward wine, it tends to diminish fairly quickly, but the tannins, those soft tannins,
Yeah.
are going the distance. Great wine.
Well, it is in French oak for 12 months, so that kind of investment. Again, Napa
That's
fruit.
a huge investment.
Yeah, Napa fruit and French oak. It's a steal at under $25.
It'd be a steal at $40.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I mean if
I don't know if
you
people understand what it means to put your wine in the barrel for 12 months. I
Right.
mean, it's not like it comes out of the field and into the barrel.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you have months before it goes to rest in the barrel, and what you're paying to take care of Napa vineyards. I mean, vineyards, ridiculous. This is a beautiful wine. This is a beautiful wine. This tastes to me like how Napa wines used to taste back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, I think this is going to. I think there's going to be a case of this that's going to end up over at Bella Vista in the wine cellar.
Yeah, it would look well there.
I think Mom and Joe are going to need a case of this.
Probably going to
And
need
by
two.
Mom and Joe, I mean me.
That's why they need
I
two.
mean, I'll just keep it at their wine cellar and just go rate it, which is perfect.
I hate to think about you doing that all by yourself.
Well, so what is your plan now that you tasted the wine?
Well, I think we're going to stick with it because we just made a really, really, really nice pate. Pancetta, andouille sausage, ham, We've got pistachios. I love the pistachios with
Oh,
this.
yeah. Care for some more?
Oh, please, thank you.
Yeah, because
Thank you very much. We've got some nice vegetation in there too. We've got some carrot, some celery, some shallot. But the pistachio and the andouille, yeah, I think it's going to be just a home run with this. So we're going to keep it like it is. I think the brisket with the Argentinian wine and the pate with this. I'm going to slide a cheese in there on this too.
Yeah, well, when you were saying pistachio, I think about, when you spice your nuts for salads and stuff, you have similar
spicy.
kind of spices that come out that
Very
you
much
actually
so.
do on your house seasoned nuts there. Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's all going to be working. We won't know for sure until we eat it ourselves, but I feel good about it. I think we got a good plan. We got a good.
I think the plan is to sit here and drink wine.
Okay. Sounds good.
Maybe we could just sit here and drink and not talk. How would that go over?
Have we ever drank and not talked?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
That's
That's a-
counterintuitive.
That's a great thing about wine. You open up a bottle of wine and then Everything gets going.
It just gets going.
it's a very social thing.
And it's a very random thing. I find that I talk about very random things and think about random things. I'm drinking wine more so than beer.
I would agree with you. Yeah.
I think it excites the mind more so than dulls it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Some people drink to dull it, but I think wine is the opposite.
Right. Yeah, we've had countless. We've had so many great chefs' tables this year, and we got some more this weekend. And
A lot of new names too. I don't recognize a single name this weekend, so that's always exciting.
well, yeah, because we're gonna end up having conversations with these people that we don't know now, and then by the time it's over,
They'll
we'll
be
be
our
like we
friends.
feel like we've known them forever.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing about opening 8 wines instead of just 2. But we do 8 for the chef's table, and that's always fun. And we never really know what we're going to have until the day of.
It's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be more of the same this week. I mean, we've got a good framework for it, obviously, but the details,
Oh yeah.
the details linger. So, and of course, it will get changed 3 times between that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And we'll try a lot of different wines, trying to figure out which one to stick with those dishes, what
Such
order
de-
to put them in.
Such devotion.
We do it for y'all.
It'll be fun.
Oh, now that I'm thinking of it, I'm talking about food. We got Easter coming up. We've got
Midsummer
we got a
brew.